On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 cheeses cheesing, 11 OGs retiring, 10 Harukas are leaping, 9 Lannies dancing, 8 Max are lobbing, 7 Stanton sliding, 6 Smurfs are smurfing, 5 golden bulls, 4 winning gators, 3 French jammers, 2 duplicate ticks, and a kahuna as a Christmas tree. Hey, welcome. Let's get some Christmas music back on. Welcome everyone to the annual Christmas Disc Jam tournament. First of all, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, right. Got that out of the way.
Goes with a voice. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, we're gonna do best of 3. That's 3. 3. And good luck. Oh, yes. I see. Oh, fiddlesticks! We'll watch this replay, because I scored a goal. Way! It is a battle of McKenna versus McKenna. Whee! Oh! I thought we were going the other side. He tricked me! Filthy hobbitses. No! DLW, I think the voting is broken. Ooh. We're cooking on all cylinders right now. We're bringing the thunder! One. Oh. God damn it. No, that was a bad throw. Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Skimmed the edge and then went straight. Ish. Uh-oh. Damn it, I didn't need to slide. Why did I slide? Ah! Come on! No! Don't you do it. Don't you press that button.
All right, I can't have this anymore. This voice, it's got to go. It's serious now. It's best of 3. I've lost 1. I can't be playing. Oh no! Someone's pushed the button. God damn it. Correct. It was a jam. Yes. We only use that button if I get the jam. That's the rule. Whoa! That's not a good start. Oh, fiddlesticks. Ah. No! I overcommitted then out there. Oh! I don't know where whoops is. Oh well. There we go. I found it! Oh boy, the set is not over. Uh-oh, it is now. Why did I do that? Ah! No, 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 not again! Hot diggity damn. Hot diggity damn! Oh, that was nice, if I do say so myself, and guess what? I do. Oh no! Oh! I can never read where they're going to twist and turn. Pythagoras. Woo! Come on. This is my last chance to get a set and get myself back into this. I'm one game down. I'm one set down. I'm on the verge of elimination. There we go. Why you gotta be this way, Autonomous? Why you gotta be this way? Even the music's gone sad. It's Christmas. How have we got sad music at Christmas? No! No! Oh no! I tried to bait him, but I ended to the wrong side on purpose. Expected him to then throw to the open side. And he didn't! He threw to the side I was already on, but I moved! Oh! It's painful. No! Uh-oh. Ooh. No, how did that get past me? Oh my god, he's on 44. No more room for error. Oh no, go back, go back. Oh, that's such a good throw, you son of a gun. GG. And with that, I bow out gracefully from the tournament. 2-0 to Autonymous, who progresses onwards in the tournament. They are both ready now, so we're going to switch ourselves over and take a look at which characters they've picked. Again, it's best of 3. We've got Timebomb there playing as Gator. We've got Benjee playing as McKenna. So it's going to be our first look at Gator in this tournament. Good luck. Have fun. Okay, so Benjee at the top of the screen, Timebomb down nearest the camera. As the Juice battle begins here, both players on Juice. Benjee forces the slide out of Timebomb, so Timebomb's now on a blue. Benjee looking to maintain that Juice. Wall skip gets it past the slide-in Gator at the bottom of the screen there. Timebomb down 17 points to begin their first game. Short hops all round here for Timebomb and Benjee, but it is again Benjee who finds himself on Juice. Although Timebomb, even without Juice, manages to find a way to take Benjee off of Juice, and that's the beginning of the end for that point for Benjee as Timebomb wins the second points here. 15 to 17 now, still in favour of blue, but a very equal game it seems. Benjee takes the next points with another wall skip. That's 2 wall skips he scored off of. Maybe a weakness for Timebomb. We'll wait and see how whether that turns out to be a thing. Front lob, but anticipated. And you got the right character to collect the front lob, to be fair, so it doesn't trouble Timebomb too much. Quick curve. As they are throwing fairly safe shots at each other, building up that Juice until that Juice throw is just out of reach of Timebomb, and Benjee now is up to 48 points. He's one successful rally away from taking this first set of the first game. And this is dangerous for Timebomb, as he slides out of the way of the disc. Very polite behaviour from that young man. And Benjee takes the first set of the first game. So far, the only player to get jammed in this game so far, in this tournament so far, is me. I mean, maybe that will change. Maybe somebody will join me on that ignominious feat. But we shall see. So far, so good. Everyone's managed to score on the scoreboard other than me in every set. Although Benjee looking to add Timebomb to that list, he's now up to 24 points. Timebomb still remains on 0, but sliding around, pushing the net a little bit, getting a little bit more aggressive. That's how you're going to win with this character. But again, caught out by a wall skip. Is this Timebomb's kryptonite, the wall skip? Backlob. Sorts out the positioning. And it's now Timebomb on Juice, and he capitalizes. Doesn't look like Benjee is very able right now to deal with the fully juiced throws from Gator, but the issue is Gator's not getting that position enough. He's sliding, he's losing that juice position, and that's what's leaving him in the dust right now as things stand. He is off the mark though, so this will not be a jam, but it will be a 2-0 victory for Benjee in game 1. This is of course best of 3, so we're going to go for a rematch straight away. And we know that going into this next game, if Benjee were to win, it's game over for Timebomb. Timebomb drops out of the tournament. Timebomb needs to win this game to stay in and drive it into a 3rd and final deciding game. Hey, sweet. Lots of ricocheting going on here. Timebomb keeps up, but is forced into slides, which only feeds into Benjee's juiced play. And eventually he gets it past him. You know it's going to happen. You throw enough juice throws at somebody who's only returning blues, you just got to wait for that moment where it's going to sail past them. Timebomb, though, returning, not lying down on this one whatsoever, but needs to tighten up on those wall skips. Benjee's getting too many of those through. Wall skip again, but he catches it this time. The slide is out, and that's a blue. The blue feeding the juice throw, and again Benjee scores the points. Getting a bit of a pattern emerging. Slide, blue, Benjee now on juice. And again, the juice throw. Fed by the blues. Oh, wait, now we've got Timebomb's got a chance here. Oh, and I think the pressure got to him. He knew that he had a chance there with Benjee on a blue to start having the aggressor position and to build up his own juice throw that would have beaten him to the punch. He would have reached juice before Benjee at that point, but unable to capitalize from that advantageous position. Benjee now 14 points to 0 in set number 2 of game number 2, looking to take this with a sweep. I'm not talking about Sooty. 15 points now for Timebomb as he momentarily at least takes the lead in set number 2. Is this something you can expand upon? Maybe make Benjee sweat a little bit. Throws the blues, but he's gifted a juice throw there by virtue of the back lob. Unable to maintain that. Now we're at the net. This is where Timebomb wants to be, and he capitalizes. He scores. It's 37-14. Now Benjee is under a little bit of pressure here, not in the position he's used to being in, playing catch up here against Timebomb, who throws the disc up in the air, catches it this time, doesn't let it go past him, and is able to keep the disc in play. Short hop caught by Benjee right at the baseline, but he's so far back now. It allows Timebomb to aggress towards the net, push up, and secure that point. It's now 1-1 on the set here. If Timebomb gets this next one, we're going to go to a 3rd and final deciding game. Timebomb needs to come forward. He does, but he's having to slide to get there. Not quick enough off the mark, and that gives away his juice throw. And now we're going to a wall skip battle. Oh, Benjee. Benjee didn't slide to get there, but still lost the juice. Then it came a net battle as both pushed up. That was very interesting to see how that was all or nothing for Benjee. And he got it. But Timebomb had just found a way to throw it wider around him at the net. It's very difficult when you've got no time to react and it's a pressure cooker moment. But Timebomb now in a state of disarray. 35 points down, 0 points on the board in a set he must win to stay in the tournament. But it is 57-0. It is a I can't do it because I've got my silly voice filter on. But someone can do it with the chat. You can do it. Jam. There we go. So with that, we see Benjee advance to the next round of the tournament. Now, I don't know much about these players. I did play against GUI Pick 77 yesterday. In the first game I played in this jam in a long time. Very good. I was very impressed. We'll see what GPF brings to the table. Both players are here in the lobby. Let's switch things over. Okay, what have we got? On the red team, we've got GPF. On the blue team, we've got GUI Pick 77. Both representing Gator. So look for some slide-in action in this one. Good luck. Have fun. Best of 3. Winner advances. It's GPF to serve. The 77 returns. The slide-in begins already. GPF forced onto blue, but GUI is keeping that juice. That's something to watch out for as this evolves. If GPF is gonna keep sliding and keep sacrificing the juice shots for blues, he might struggle here. But GUI is forced onto a blue as himself here. Maybe I'll speak too soon. I think the key. I'm just gonna armchair strategize here. I think GUI is gonna be very good at keeping the juice. So I think for GPF to throw blues and slide, he's going to need to be more aggressive. He's going to need to push the net. He's going to need to take chances. He's going to need to close the distance between where he throws and the baseline of his opponent. Those are his keys to victory. But we'll see what happens. Benjee in the chat showing support for GPF. Putting an exclamation point red. Unfortunately, the exclamation points don't work in this anymore. Okay, blue won the first round and straight off of the serve in the second round manages to super his opponent. Now he's just showing off. GUI pushes the net a little bit and has a pink throw as well. Now he sits back a little bit, reads the direction of the throw, and then supers off of it. Throws a spiral, his opponent catches the spiral, but the point ends up going to 77 regardless. Very good showing so far from GUI Pick 77. Let's see what GPF is made of here. Oh, we're about to see it splattered all over the camera. Holy smokes. Lovely filth throw there. Corner to corner with a bend from GUI Pick 77 as he opens up a 46-0 lead in set 2 of game 1. Oh, bit of lag there. I hope that was just me on my end and not on theirs as well, but we'll see. That was another jam. As we press replay for the best of 3 here. We know blue, Gooey Pick 77, took that first game in rather dominating fashion. We have a contender on our hands for this tournament. Hey Ted, welcome, welcome. GPF keeping this one alive with the slides and the blues, but you got to look at Gooey Pick's juiced hands there, throwing the fastest discs. And it's a very scary prospect when you got that chasing you down on the other side of the net. You just think, man, I might slide and pick this one up, but what am I going to do when it comes back at me? And you expect it to come back at you, because all you can do to quell the tide is to throw a blue at them. And you've got to think a player with the talents of Gooey Pick 77 is going to manage to deal with a blue throw. So, this is where GPF comes into his own there. He pushed the net. That's when a blue becomes very dangerous, is if you're at the net. I called it early. That's what I want to see GPF doing more of in order to score some points. As it stands, it's 36-0 in favour of Gooey Pick 77. GPF needs to shake things up, needs to find a way through, get some points on the board. But unable to do so in set number 1, and it is, unfortunately, another jam. We've got a spiral super off of the serve, and again, Gooey Pick grabs an immediate 6 points from the opening of the set. I think this game is especially cruel sometimes, you know, like it's mano a mano. Like you can only play the person in front of you. So when you get paired up with somebody like Gooey Pick in the first round, it's a very feels bad moment, because if you're playing against somebody of that caliber, it's very difficult to show off what you can do. When you got somebody that's nullifying your offense to such a degree, and it's such a 1v1 situation that you got going on here. And this game has potential for a massive skill gap. It's very harsh. It's very harsh as we get yet another jam. And in fact, that game is double jam. Holy guacamole. GG both players. I mean, again, it was let's not be around the bush. It was one-sided. But we're here about having fun today. We're not here about worrying or stressing. It's Christmas. We've got Christmas music. I've got silly hat on. Let's mark it down as a 2-0 win for Gooey Pick. And that sets up an interesting semi-final, Gooey Pick and Autonymous. But before we get to that semi-final, we need to find out who Benjee's semi-final opponent is going to be. And that's going to be found out in our next contest between Enrico Palazzo and DLW 2711. Now 2711 has not played yet. His first round victory was via forfeit due to a no-show. Oh. Whoa, we got some lag already. Oh no! The disc is past him and then it's not past him anymore. What? Oh, this is going to be fun to call. What is going on? And yet the ping looks great on the bars. Wall skip. Caught. I think. Returned by Enrico. Enrico scores one. Hopefully this settles out a bit. Otherwise I'm going to need to go and get a drink for this. Filth, but it is eventually caught and returned. I don't think he caught that because of the slide forward towards the net, but a little bit of a dance from DLW Stanton to end that point. Oh! I think he might have... His controller's given up. Oh, no, he's still throwing. I think he's struggling. He scores, though. I don't know who's getting the worst end of this. I don't know. I don't know who's got the worst ping here. Is DLW EU? No, I don't believe he is. He's US. I've got it set to US East. And actually, the pings are looking good. So I don't know what is going on. Maybe he's playing on a potato. Oh, there we go. DLW scores. 46th place, 22 in favor of Enrico right now in set number 1 and game number 1. We wish you a Merry Christmas in slow motion. Look, this is high level disc jam. This is, I'll tell you what, it's like they're psyching each other out. They're holding the disc and we're going, you know what? I don't need to throw pinks. I can just hold on to this for as long as I damn well please. And when I let go of it, you're in trouble, buddy. And these mind games, they play all hell on your psyche. You're gonna think, what is this guy doing? And then you're out of your element. You're out of your game. You're double thinking everything. Thinking, is there a bigger plan in play here that I'm not privy to? Whoa, what skillful move there by DLW. Just picking up the disc from behind him. I need to learn how to do that one. DLW putting in the chat that he's rattled. That means that's this jam talk for I have a terrible connection and I can't play. And I think we assumed that was the case when we're seeing what we're seeing right now. And we're the ones with a good connection? Holy smokes, it must be bad on his end right now. But he's trying. That's all we can ask for at Christmas, is for everyone to try. And be good to each other, and kind and nice. Oh! We got ourselves a bonk! Two sets to 0 in game number 1. Enrico. 1 game to the good. He's got 1 more to go. I just typed in Great. Great. 18-0 to Enrico. I think this is pretty much in the bag here for Enrico. I'm not gonna even keep the facade up anymore. It's very difficult for DLW to do anything when the game is uncooperative in the way that it's proven to be right now. Feels bad. But regardless, I'm pleased. I'm pleased that DLW is here, taking part, trying his best. I mean, I'm not sure that he's enjoying it. I don't know that that's what you could, I don't know that you could say that he's enjoying it. I don't know. Maybe he is doing a little dance there. But as long as he is enjoying it and he's not hating life right now, I'm pleased he's here and he's doing his thing, because participation is key. I think the bigger battle here is DLW versus his controller. Oh my goodness. Okay, slide to the net. That's good. But the delay on seeing anything happen is not so good for DLW and proves to be his undoing. One set down now. And Enrico is looking good for the next round. What a slide! He's got him! Hey! I say Enrico's going to have the shock of his life when he gets through to the next round, and he's playing against Benjee. Like if he's like settling in and thinking this is the level, this is the competition that we got here. Oh, he's thinking he's going to walk this. It's going to be a cakewalk. Easy win in this tournament. He's got another thing coming. Front lob. Oh, front lob again. How is he walking so slow? Swimming through treacle right now. What? I'm very cautious to call anything, even when the disc is at the baseline and the other player's at the net, because you never know. The disc could just magically appear in their hands. We are nearing the end of this game now. Up next, guys, we do have Gooey Pick 77 against Autonomous. As we see 2-0 to Enrico. GG to both players. I know that was tough. That was tough. It's not your fault. It's just this kind of thing happens when you play an online tournament sometimes. Can't be helped. Do the best you can and try and enjoy it. That's the key. Enrico with the 2-0 win. And we have our semi-finals set. Do you like my beard, by the way? I started growing this the last time there was a patch for Disc Jam. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! Okay, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Gooey Pick and Autonomous, our first semi-final. Good luck, have fun. This one should be a barn burner. I have high hopes. So it's Autonomous playing McKenna. It's Gooey Pick playing as the sliding gator. Wall skip from Autonomous. We've got blues going on here. As both are sort of aggressively pushing the net. Autonomous forced back, and then he back lobs because he wants to regain position and force Gooey Pick back. Now Autonomous controlling towards the front of the net, but he falls back because he knows he's got to have to reach for a corner, and he isn't able to make it. 25 points go to Blue and Gooey Pick to start out game number 1 of the semi-final. It's a very blue Christmas right now. Need to light a fire, get some festive warmth with those pinks. Emergency slide backwards for Autonomous there. Catches it, keeps the ball alive, the disc alive. Unable to do so that time. Gooey Pick cleverly throwing an almost straight shot into the midway point of the wall to create a bounce that is hard to deal with because it's unconventional. You see it going that way, you think, I've got to go that way, but really you don't, because it's going to hit the wall and then come back sooner than you expect it to. It's tough. It's a tough one. But it speaks well to the variety of throws that are on offer to a Disc Jam player. Autonomous. I don't know if he was forced to slide there or if he's a little bit wary of the talents of Gooey Pick and didn't want to leave anything to chance there. But now the perfect throws begin. The slide is forced, which means Autonomous might be able to capitalize here. He's on juice, but he loses it instantly. He doesn't get a chance to use the juice because of the good throw from Gooey Pick. Cross court, forcing Autonomous to slide to reach it. And it's 48-0 for Gooey Pick right now. This could be I don't know if it's an upset. I don't know enough about Gooey Pick. I know Autonomous is top tier. Very good. He'll be disappointed with his first round here. Of course, first round isn't everything. Maybe this is a feeling out process. Maybe Autonomous keeping something in his back pocket for the next round. Maybe he knows from what he's learnt in his first round a way to tweak his performance to start opening the floodgates in the upcoming sets and games to come. We are very much... They're just making life difficult for each other. They're not really allowing either of them a chance to build up a juiced play. But look, this is a 35-point rally. At this point, even the blues are really hard to contend with and fast. 39 points on this rally alone, and there's that same shot that he caught Autonomous out with before, where it hits the middle of the wall. Didn't catch him out so much that time. Autonomous was ready for it. This continues to fly. We've got a 46-point rally. Quick curve. Straight throw to the corner. Autonomous now. This is a 50-odd point rally. Holy crap. He's got it. Autonomous. Ladies and gentlemen, Autonomous. 48-0 before that sequence. And Autonomous with one rally able to win the entire set. It brings it level, one apiece. Third and final set now of game number 1. Game on. So we've seen the kind of tasty exchanges that these two can have. And we're at 20 points on this rally. That one goes Autonomous's way. When you know that these players have the ability to settle a whole set in an individual rally, it becomes very hard to predict anything. Because a lead doesn't necessarily mean anything. If the opposing player can, win a big rally that wins the entire set, it negates the earlier points. It really does. But as things stand, Autonomous in the lead, 39-13. He's got less to do. He can force this and try to, he can give up a few little points. There we go. He knows he only needed a few points. He got them, 51-13. You strategize differently when you know you only need a few points. You know, a few points, if you give up a few points there and your opponent's able to capitalize on you because you've been risky, they only win a few points and they need more than a few points. You only need a few points. So if your risk pays off, you've won. So it does change the strategy somewhat. First game has gone red. As Ted says in the chat, nice comeback. Absolutely, Autonomous. Pulling it out, and it's all to do with that one big rally in set 2. If that had gone the other way, it would have been game over there and then, and we would be talking about Gooey Pick taking game 1. But he didn't. And now Autonomous is in the driving seat, a game ahead. Benjee showing his support for Autonomous in the chat as well. Good to see. Good to see support for other players. Front lob, but that is suicidal front lob when Gooey Pick is now brought to the net on full juice. Odd choice of throw, but 39 points now to Gooey Pick, 0 for Autonomous. Now, I would roll him out because this is looking kind of bad, but we've had it before where Gooey Pick's been on 48 and still Autonomous has come back. And the comeback may be starting with that exchange right there. 19 points off of that juice throw. We'll see if Autonomous can do it again. Yeah, well, thank you, DLW. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and to yours. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, DLW, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you. What a rally we have here. It's going so quick, it's hard to speak. As they exchange in blues. Wall skip. Slide, wall skip, slide, slide. Blue. Oh, we got a pink. And now we're back into 50-point territory again. And it's Gooey that's in the ascendancy. But Autonomous has turned this round. Now he has arguably the stronger position. Wall skip wins it. Autonomous there, up to 87 points off the back of that rally. And he wins set 1 of game 2. Autonomous now a single set away from advancing to the final. This is unbelievable. The lead that Gooey Pick had in game 1, it looked insurmountable. Autonomous has done extremely well, and Gooey Pick has been no pushover. Like, full credit to Gooey Pick. He has taken the fight to Autonomous all the way, and a mistake there from Autonomous scores 11 points for Gooey Pick. Now, these two are putting on a show. That's what we take away from this, is nobody's a loser in this one. It's impossible to read that, DLW, without singing the song in your head. It's not just me, right? I'm a bit worried now. 29 points for red, 11 points for blue, and it's now Gooey Pick's turn. He needs to be the comeback king in this set, or it is game over for Gooey Pick. Of course, it's not game over for either of these individuals because the winner advances to the final. The loser drops into the bronze bracket to determine who comes in third place. They'll play the loser in the other semi-final that's up next. So if you're in this game or in any semi-final and you feel like you've come to the end of your rope and it's time to turn off the stream, I will ask you to reconsider because you've got one more game left in the bronze place match. Hey, King of Pink. Oh my god, how many cents do I get? Don't get me started on Twitch ads. Just don't. I wish they didn't. I wish I didn't have. They appear at different times for different people, so I'm sorry for you, those of you that are missing anything. It's not me controlling them. I do apologize. 46 plus 44 here. Red is slightly in the lead, but it doesn't matter. It really does come down to this. Blue needs to win this point to stay in the game. The number of points attached to the rally, irrelevant, doesn't matter. All that matters is getting that disc to the baseline before your opponent does. Who's going to do it? Gooey Pick is going for blues, but he's going aggressively at the net. Is that tactic going to play off as Autonomous tries to build up some juice throws, but isn't able to do so? And now Gooey Pick has the stronger position towards the net, and they're both throwing blues, and that's what's given Gooey Pick the point. 71 to 46. 1-1. The game continues. Front lob. Oh, that's dangerous, but he's got to it. Now the front lob took Gooey Pick off of juice, which was probably the idea, but it ran the risk of a blue return from the net being just as dangerous. But Autonymous was ready for the challenge, stepped up, and scored the point. 17 to 0. He takes the lead in this, well, crunch game for the set. But of course, it's on Gooey Pick to win this. Autonymous wins, it's a game over. But Autonymous can afford to lose this set. He doesn't want to, because it forces a third and final deciding set. It levels the playing field. It removes his advantage. But he can lose this one. Gooey Pick can't. Does that add some pressure to Gooey Pick that will either spur him on to perform better, or maybe it will take the pressure off of Autonymous and allow him to breathe a little freer and play a more natural game? We'll see how this bores out. Because I seemingly make up words that don't mean what. That don't fit in the context. Let's move on. Autonymous finding a blue, and it's cross court, it's straight, it hits a wall, it's very hard to reach, and Gooey Pick raises his shield. You see those shield raises? They're often done out of frustration. That's how you know you're starting to get under their skin a little bit. Short hop scores the points for Autonymous, and it is 2 games to 0 for Autonymous. Gooey Pick, a valiant effort, but sadly eliminated and goes into the bronze game. And up next is Enrico and Benjee in the other semi-final. First points go to Benjee in the gold McKenna skin. Enrico is in the bronze Stanton skin. Okay, Enrico forced the slide to the net, catches it. So, really, this is going to be an interesting one in the sense that Enrico has got a character who has good power, but not so good mobility. Going to be a lot of sliding for him to reach things. Benjee's character has the more technical throws, so the bends are going to be more extreme, more severe. It's going to be harder to read the throws all the time if he throws the tricky throws. Oh, but it's very hard to deal. I mean, you almost look at the character Enrico's got and you think, well, this is a guy that you can exploit the movement of, and often you can, unless you're a good player. And Enrico's a good player. He'll be wise about his positioning, and he'll accept that he's going to have that working against him. But what he has going for his character is arguably one of the strongest things you can have, which is the time it takes for the disc to travel from his hand to the baseline of his opponent's court is reduced. So he can throw a blue that's as potent as a juice throw in some cases. First set is over and done with. It has gone the way of Benjee. I'm trying to explain the benefit of Enrico's character. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win, because McKenna is a very strong character as well, with her own strong slide there. And the speed and the ability to get to things without losing the juice. That's a very key moment. That's a very key factor for Benjee. And we know Benjee's a top tier player. Both players are. So far we're seeing Benjee scoring the majority of the points, but Enrico's showing that he can compete. He's not lying down, he's not rolling over, he's not just getting jammed and incessantly. This is not going to be as straightforward as you might think. 37 plays 11 as Benjee looks to... Ooh, he panicked there. He had to slide for that at the very last moment. He wasn't sure he was going to get there or not. It's now Enrico on full juice with a powerful throwing character. This is very good for Enrico. And he's gotten the point. You expected him to. He did it. He almost choked at the end there because you didn't know whether or not he was going to play it safe and slide to the net, and then he would have sacrificed that juice, but he played it risky. He was assured, and he managed to reach the net and return the throw on full juice, and that is ultimately what scored him the point. And you saw Benjee's response there was to try and narrow the angle and to push the net himself to try and catch him unawares and stuff block the disc back over the net. Unsuccessful. Enrico was able to get the right angle, get the right width, and the point was his. Since I've been explaining that 1 point, because we've had several points play out since, and we're now at 48 for red, 43 for blue. Enrico and Benjee. Whoever scores this next point wins the set. If Benjee wins the set, he wins the game. But it isn't. It's Enrico who ties things up at 1 apiece in game number 1. Sets 1 apiece. I said, you don't know with games like this. You just don't know. Both players play their role very well. And so you'll see exchanges where one character's advantage trumps the others. And vice versa. It's all about who can put their stamp on the play. Who can force the game to be played at their pace. In their way, in their style that suits their character. And that's going to differ from point to point. Depending on who's serving, depending on the flow of the point. Definitely, I think there can be no doubt there's not going to be a jam in this game. Because each player is very capable of taking points off the other. Now, I don't know how the voting went. I don't have it up in front of me right now. But going into this, I think I would have voted for Benjee. But it's got to be said, Enrico, the improvements in Enrico over the years, unbelievable. He's very, very good. Very crafty, very wise, very well studied. And we're seeing what he can bring to the table right here in a competitive tournament against one of the absolute best. Oh! He's caught Benjee out, and it's 43 to 46. Again, just like the last set, this set goes down to who wins the last point. And that's all that matters in this set to decide it, is the last point. All of the other points have been split so equally that we've come down to the final point. And it's Benjee this time, who scores his second set and wins the game. Of course, that is only game 1 in a best-of-3 series. Benjee needs to do it all over again. Enrico needs to turn things around. He needs to get 2 straight. So Benjee's going to feel comfortable now. He's got that first game under his hat. His character hasn't even got a hat. So yet another remarkable feat there for Benjee. 16 points to 0. Scoring this. Oh, is opened by Benjee, but an ace from Enrico. Just catching Benjee sleeping there. Scores 10 points off the serve. You hate giving those away, especially in competitive tournaments where there's no excuse for it, but sometimes it happens. You give away, you gift them 10 points off the serve, and you feel like they haven't earned those, and they haven't. But it was you. It was all on you, napping, and they got lucky. And you'll take those 10 points all day long, because those 10 points tot up. If you can get a couple of aces in a game, you're halfway to winning the set. It's crazy how that works. It's always nice to get an ace. Enrico able to fire across the court there. He recognized Benjee's position, was out, Benjee was overly aggressive towards the net, and that left a big pool of space on the opposite side of the court that could be exploited, and was. Now Enrico is up at the net with full juice and able to pile drive that disc into the far corner yet again, and we're equal, 35 to 35. And Enrico's now pushing the net aggressively again. That's exactly where he wants to be with the character he's using, because it gives Benjee no time to react when the disc is flying at him on full juice from the net. Benjee, though, has managed to keep it. What he needed to do there was stabilize the point, and he's done that. Oh, now he's getting aggressive. Pushing at the net and having a net battle, that can go very badly for you. But in that case, it didn't. And one of the reasons why I think Benjee went for that is because Enrico's playing a Stanton, and Stanton doesn't have the technical ability to throw the disc as wide as a player like McKenna can on a quick curve. So he was fairly confident that by pushing the net, he would narrow the angle and catch out Enrico, and that's exactly what happened. "13 plays 11 in favour slightly of red, who have, of course, got the first game and the first set of the second game, and are looking to sew things up here and get themselves into the final by winning this set. Enrico back against the wall, everything to play for. All or nothing right now for Enrico in this set. He must win. And that's the way of doing it right there. Curving the disc on full juice into the opposite corner. No chance for Benjee to reach that. And now a wall skip. And that was what did Timebomb in earlier. Those wall skips. You'll notice Enrico was actually pushing forward whilst Benjee threw the wall skip. Now that's the worst thing Enrico could have done. It gave him no time to react to the far extreme edges of the court. But I think Benjee is a fast enough player that he saw that, and that's what influenced his decision to do the wall skip, and it paid off. High level. Good stuff. Both on blue now. No trail at all on that one for Benjee, as he's considering what to do next. I don't think he knows quite where to go with this, so he's taking it a little bit slower. He's building up the rally. He's aware that this is a 30-point rally now. I know, Enrico, what a slide for. That is really good play. It's frustrating as hell to play against, but it's really good play. To anticipate where the disc is coming across the court and to slide forwards into it means that you come up nearer to the net than you would have been if you'd have just collected the disc normally. So that's a very strategic use of the slide. It does mean that you sacrifice the juice throw if you have one, or the perfect throw in favor of a blue, but when you're playing as Enrico's character Stanton, you can afford to throw a blue from the net. That's still a very viable shot to score from, as we saw on that instance there. 15 points to red though, 10 points for blue. It's one set each again in this tight encounter between Enrico and Benjee. Oh, the shield was charged, the anticipation was there. Enrico went there anyway, which is a ballsy play. And actually, it really was incumbent on Benjee to grab that and make the most of it, and he didn't. His position was slightly off, and Enrico threw the mistake shot right at him while his shield was charged. And Benjee just switched off and missed it. And now it's Enrico that's capitalizing here and is in the lead 31 to 24 after a few misplays from Benjee. Is this going to allow Enrico back into this tie? Of course, if he wins this set, he ties it up at a game apiece. It was a game this close. That's how it went down to the wire in the last game. And it could have gone the other way. And if Enrico had won that, he'd been on the precipice of winning the whole thing right now. So it's fine margins right now. It's fine margins that win games at this level. Benjee forced to slide, Enrico forced to slide, and we're resetting positions with back lobs. We're settling in for a rally here. 21 points so far. I think the longer the rally goes, the more it favours Enrico, who scores and wins that game. It's now one apiece in the games. 2 sets to 1 on this game for Enrico. We get the Stanton twist. 1-1, we go to a third and final deciding game. This is the first game we've had all tournament that's gone to a third and final game. All the others have been 2-0. So very interesting matchup we have on our hands here, as these two characters have paired up very well. Not just the players, but the characters they've chosen, the synergies between them. Really interesting battle. Very close. And again, to finish the point I was making, I think because of the increased... Oh, look at that. He brought him to the net, and Benjee was again trying to tighten the angle, but that leaves you very susceptible to exactly what happened. It's almost like a suicidal point. It's almost like a Hail Mary. You either get the point and you win, or they get the point. And that's a dangerous position to be in at the top level, because you're giving points away, potentially, to really good players, and you can't really afford to do that. As Benjee's maybe going to find out as this game continues. He's now got a super, though. Saw blades it down the side. Enrico grabs it. Still in it. Oh, but you can see the spinning shield in frustration there from Enrico. He knows he could have gotten that. A mistake allows the points for Benjee there. Again, a very close game. Quick curve. Oh, Benjee forced a slide, and now he's in trouble. Oh, it's on the net. It's Enrico's wheelhouse right there. First set goes blue this time. And now Enrico has turned this round with a huge comeback to be from a game down to being within a set of winning the whole thing. So yeah, to finish my point, that oh my God, I can't finish points on this. It's going so fast. Holy smokes! The deeper into the rally that we go between these two, I feel favors Enrico, because he has the character with a stronger blue throw. And when you get to 20, 30 points in a rally, you really only see blue throws, because everyone has to slide to reach anything, because the disc is so fast. But it's even faster for the character that Enrico's got, because he's got the powerful character. That's why I think it favors him. Even if Benjee has superhuman reflexes, and he does have great reflexes, you can only do so much against the stronger character. He has a disadvantage. So Benjee needs to tie things up as quickly as he can. That might be why you're seeing him push the net more and trying to narrow angles and put it into a do or die situation, because he feels that if it goes further naturally, he will die. So he needs to try and make it a do play instead of waiting for it to become a die play. Having said all that, 36 points on the board for Benjee now. He knows he needs to win this set or he is out of the tournament and dropping into the bronze match. And so far, oh, but now Enrico's there as well. Both players, again, flirting with a victory in this set. But for one player, that's victory overall. For the other, it's survival. So we'll see how it goes here. This decides it. This decides it. Either way, this decides it. Whoever scores this next point wins the set. And it's Benjee taking it to 1-1 in this third and final deciding game. Oh my goodness. We're getting a treat tonight. Or this morning. Or this afternoon, I don't know, it depends. We're all different. It's command with the correct call there. Down to the wire we go. I'm not talking about the show on Netflix. Benjee on full juice here. Can he capitalize? He can! 13 points, play 9. And this back and forth tug of war between Enrico and Benjee. Short hop. But the juiced Enrico reacted perfectly to that play. Maintained his juice and threw it to the side of the court that Benjee wasn't in and had no chance of reaching. Oh, it's cheekily gotten to the net on full juice and just popped it over. You wouldn't expect that if you're playing as Benjee. You wouldn't expect it. And it's those clever plays that you don't expect that are the deciders sometimes in games like these. When everything comes a little bit more predictable than you would hope it would be after this many games with this many same opponent with these same characters, you start to think you've seen it all, and then Enrico pulls that out of the bag. Very good. It is now 26-32. Winner takes it all. After 3 games, we're down to a set each on the final game. Both of them have advanced points on the board. It is Enrico that is looking to win. Oh, but Benjee just saves him. That would have been it for him. He's got to win this. He does. And it's 39 plays 43. I mean, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. But this... Oh. Now we're basically there. Whoever scores this next point, you've got to feel. Whoever scores this next point wins the whole game. It's come down to this one rally. Where are we going? Full juice for Enrico. That's a scary proposition, and it's what wins the game for him. GG. 2 games to 1 for Enrico, but a closer game you'll never see. GG. That was worthy of a final. Bravo. Bravo. Round of applause. Two to Enrico, 1 to Benjee in an incredibly tightly contested game, but we now know who we have in the finals. It's Autonymous and Enrico. But before we reach that game, we do have the bronze match to play, and that is Gooey Pick 77 and Benjee. Best of 3. Good luck, have fun. And off we go. First points go to Benjee. I told you, this guy knows how to play as the slowest, most limited character there is. The character that everyone's written off and says can't be played competitively. Benjee has practiced this. He knows what he's doing. I think Gooey Pick is the best choice, logically, but I know what Benjee can do with his character, and it surprises everyone. But it stopped surprising me because I've seen him do it so often. And maybe Benjee is the dark horse here in this bronze match. And there's the first set. It's gone to Benjee. Now what Benjee needs to do to secure victory in this game is he needs to blitz this fast. Because as good as Benjee is at playing Kahuna, Kahuna is still a very limited character. The way Benjee is able to succeed is he's able to fire an offense at his opponent so heavily to start with that they don't know what's hit them and they don't know how to deal with it. If they figure out the way Benjee's playing and they start to counteract it, Benjee doesn't really have a plan B with this character. So the longer this goes, the more you think it favours Gooey Pick, because Gooey Pick will have a chance to solve the puzzle in front of him. If Benjee can take the first game and try and get this over and done with as quickly as possible, he has a great chance of winning the whole thing here. If he gets dragged into a long game like he had with Enrico, maybe fatigue will play a role because he's only just played. Mental fatigue is real. He'll be getting the hand sweats right now. We're seeing Gooey Pick start already to grow into this game. And that's what I was worried about from Benjee's perspective. This needed to happen much later into the game for Benjee to have a great chance of winning. You're seeing how far back is being pushed as the net play is coming in from Gooey Pick. He's really using side-to-side lateral throws in order to disrupt Benjee's ability to play that character. He's doing it very well. Now Benjee pushes forward. That's what he needs to be doing. But he can't because of the way that Gooey Pick is always choosing to throw to the opposite side, except then, and that's why that worked. That worked because he'd been doing it the other way every single time, and Benjee's starting to read it and expect it because he has to, because otherwise the character's got no chance of reaching it. And so then you start to throw in the odd one right at the character, and they don't expect it. Gooey Pick takes set 2 in game 1, and I'm fearful for Benjee now. I think the tide might be turning in this. I think it's a hard character to win from once Gooey Pick has a handle on the movement patterns and the weaknesses of the character. It can be overwhelming at first, it really can, to be playing against Kahuna that is throwing such fast blues at you and can slide and can bring the disc forward and not care that he's losing juice, losing perfect throws. That's disconcerting because it's so unusual compared to the other characters. But once you realise that movement is so inhibited, this is where Benjee catches him out. That net play, and you saw him playing aggressively at the net in the last game when it didn't behoove his character to do so as much as this character does. If he can pull those kind of plays off, he'll score some points. Will there be enough points to win the whole thing? I don't know. I've got to think that over the duration of 3 games, the smart play from Gooey Pick to stretch the court, it's gonna overall, I think, yield more points. That's why I said that Benjee really needed to get the first game under his hat before it turned into a bit of a battle like it's turning into now. This favours Gooey Pick. There's game 1, and it's gone to Gooey Pick. Now that is not what Benjee would have wanted. It's going to be a very strong uphill climb from this point on, I feel. But the marker's been laid down. Take nothing away from Gooey Pick, who's adapted his style, his play, according to the opponent he's facing. That's what you need to do in this game to be successful. Not every game is equal, and that's why we love it so much. It's a 1v1 battle, and once you work out the mindset of the person that you're playing against, you can work out a strategy to beat them. But no 2 games were ever the same, and that's why Gooey Pick struggled to start with in the opening set. And solving that puzzle is what's allowed Gooey Pick to take the first game 2-1, and I think start a course of victory that's going to be very hard to refute for Benjee. Wall skip though, catches out Gooey Pick. It was on juice as well, very fast, very hard to deal with. And maybe we're going to see more wall skips from Benjee and short hops. It looks to me like Benjee is playing very deep now. You know how I said I don't think Benjee has a plan B with Kahuna? Realistically, he doesn't. But Benjee's practiced and he's played a lot with his character. He's not a stranger to having adversity thrown at him with this character. And clearly he does have a plan B. And I think that's it, is to sit deep, like he's doing now, and keep the juice and throw from the back. Now that really works only if Gooey Pick doesn't push the net, and that's what allowed Gooey Pick to score that point. It's just too much. You're too slow as Kahuna to react in time, even when you're so far back on the baseline. The only way that Benjee can get these as Gooey Pick comes forward and becomes more aggressive is to slide, even when he's far back at the baseline. That is not what Benjee wants to be doing, because then he's forced to throw a blue. And yes, they're stronger blues than other characters because it's Kahuna, but it's still a blue from as far back on the court as you possibly can be. It takes the longest time to travel from the back of your court to the back of their court, and it's not good. So you want to avoid that, but that's all he can do while he's pinned backwards. If his opponent advances, it becomes very tricky, and that's what he's seeing right now. Benjee not lying down though, scores the points. Very good. Straight shot again. The closest point between two lines is a straight line. Oh my god, the supers! I think you guys know what I'm trying to say there when I'm saying, like, if he throws it straight as Kahuna, that's the fastest it's going to travel between his side of the court and the baseline of his opponent. It's a straight line. So if he can catch him out with some of those and make use of the strength of the character, the faster throws, that might benefit Benjee. It's usually a bad thing to throw straight throws. But sometimes you want to put a bit of bend on them to try and catch players out, but again, you've got to adjust to the character you're using, and Benjee's got a character that can really make good use out of straighter throws, like that one. And it's on Gooey Pick to then be alert to that and to slide and to make sure that he doesn't get caught out. Benjee on full juice though, it's really a juice battle against a slide battle. Yeah, that's the strength of the slide on Gator. You can't underplay that. Even with Kahuna, it's still a battle to get a disc past. And there we have it. GG. 2-0 to Gooey Pick. Now, I'm not going to speculate too much because I feel it takes away from the great game that Gooey Pick played. But I do want to just mention that was a battle, I feel, of character selection. The choice of Kahuna at the start of that game was the undoing of Benjee. Now, maybe he would have lost anyway. We will never know. But this is the final. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. In the red corner, weighing in at 87 pounds and standing an enormous 4'8", it's Autonymous. And his opponent, in the blue corner, weighing in at an astounding 320 pounds, Enrico Palazzo. Ding ding, seconds away, round one. We think 74% of the points come from command streams on his own, who's voted for Autonymous. 26% of the vote in terms of points come from two people. Seawalker is one of them. And yeah, so Autonymous is the favourite in terms of the amount of points spent, but Enrico has more people that voted for him. This point system's quite confusing, not gonna lie. I don't quite know how to be brief with it and reading the information I've got. Anyway, enough about points. Who cares about points? We've got a game on our hands. We've got Enrico taking an early 23-point lead in game 1, set 1. Oh, a super is caught, and Autonymous is not giving up the juice, and then does a short hop to fire it to the opposite side as Enrico is so heavily committed. to that left-hand side, or his right-hand side, our left. Super for Enrico. Scores. I think this, if Enrico wins, I think this is his first tournament win. I might be wrong. Maybe he'll correct me. But I think this would be Enrico's first tournament win. And much deserved if that's the case. But I am not going to count Autonomous out by any stretch of the imagination. An excellent player in his own right, and possibly the favourite to win the whole thing. Now, Autonomous. I think he developed a steel, S-T-E-E-L, through playing on the Switch. And now he's got good equipment on a PC, he's unstoppable. First set goes to Autonomous. After a blisteringly good start from Enrico, he was unable to capitalize and finish off that set. Autonomous worked his way back into it and takes set one. That'll be disappointing for Enrico, who had such a good start and was unable to turn that good start into anything meaningful in terms of metrics. Autonomous takes set one. He'll be looking to take set two as well, and the first game in this best of 5 series. And he is now 18 points to 0. What can Enrico do about it? We have, of course, got Enrico playing again as Stanton. Throws stronger throws than the majority of other characters, with one exception, Kahuna. But of course, the benefit of playing a Stanton over a Kahuna is that you still retain a degree of that speed and mobility that you definitely lose while playing as Kahuna. But when it comes to speed and mobility, you're looking more at Autonomous, using McKenna. They've got what's called more technical throws, so basically they've got more bend on their throws, more twists, less predictability. They sacrifice some strength compared to the throws of Enrico and Stanton. But the speed, you've got to think the speed. And this is the other thing there, that needed to be I need to expand on that point. As the first game is settled with a jam. So the McKenna, one of the real strong points of McKenna is their lobs. They have the fastest lob from the time they issue the command to the time it lands on their opponent's court, which means that their opponent has to be very, very quick to reach a lob, a front lob especially, from Autonomous, like that. Has to be quick to it, because it's going to land faster on their side of the court than any other character's lob would do. That's why Autonomous was able to score from that in the previous set. And it also wakes Enrico up a bit and says, okay, this guy's going to front lob. I need to be wise to that. I need to come forward quicker. When you counter it in that way, you have a real big advantage if you can get to that net and you can catch that front lob, especially a Stanton, because then you're gifted a free shot from the net, the furthest forward point on their side of the court, with a character that's got strong blue throws. So Autonomous must use the front lob with caution and not exercise it unless he's confident that Enrico is playing far enough back at the baseline that he can throw the front lob and ensure that it is out of reach of Enrico and he can't get it. Lovely play there from Enrico, keeping the juice, using it to perfection, burying the disc in the opposite corner than which Autonomous ran to. 49 points for Autonomous. There's a bit of a curse in this game that you get what is called 49'd. It's where your 1 point is all you need to secure the set victory, and then you just don't seem to be able to score any more points. Not the case for Autonomous here. He manages to get that set, but misses, allowing an ace for Enrico. He'll be very grateful of the ace. Now off the net again. That's a highlight of exactly what I brought up and explained in painstaking detail. a few moments ago, which is Autonomous went for the front lob. That's generally a good idea for somebody playing as McKenna because it's one of their strengths. But Enrico, a very savvy player, knows that's in their repertoire, seen himself get caught out by that early in the game, and has adapted his game to expect that. And what that's done is it's allowed him to be brought towards the net and said, thank you very much. I'm going to take full advantage of having a 3-shot from the net with the character that can capitalize on just that thing. So maybe Autonomous needs to lay back on that. Autonomous gets off the mark in set number 2. But Enrico is already at 40 points, and if he can score another one here, he'll take the set. Autonomous is staying in it though. Well, we've seen how dangerous Autonomous can be from behind. We saw earlier when he played Gooey Pick how he could go from 48 points down in a set to extending a rally out to such a degree that it's worth all the points he needs in the set, and a single rally gets him a comeback win. So don't rule him out yet. But Enrico's going to hope that... Oh no! Enrico's going to hope that he can capitalize on this high score, as he did in his very first set, which he didn't capitalize on. But he had that high lead and then wasn't able to do anything with it, and it didn't count for nothing. Could that happen again here? He'll hope not. That was a bad throw because it was cross-court, and Autonomous had that covered all day long, and it's allowed Autonomous to push forward to the net and get an advantageous position, which is why Enrico has now gone with the back lob and forced him back. But it's not good enough. Autonomous, with a juiced throw, wall skips it down the side and wins the game 2-0. Okay, that's 2-0. Now, in any other round of this tournament, that would be it. We would be crowning Autonomous the champion, but this is a best of 5 game. What that means is one of these players needs to win 3 games, not 2, in order to raise the crown and be named as the overall winners of the tournament. You got to think Autonomous is flying high right now, being 2-0 up, but the fat lady isn't singing just yet. We've seen how Enrico can push the points. He's just not been able to reach that threshold of 50, the all-important threshold. If this was a first to 40 game instead of a first to 50, we might be talking about a different outcome here. So it's very much still up in the air, even given the numerical disadvantage in terms of games won so far. Enrico just needs that little bit of luck to go his way. Very capable player and can turn this round. Gotta believe. That was a bad throw from Autonomous. Enrico can start to capitalize here and build up a juiced throw. He's got 2 perfects in a row. He's going to go for his 3rd, and that gives him juice. Now Autonomous is in trouble. That's why he's gone for the front lob, because it takes the juice away from him. It removes the juice and forces him onto a blue, but it allows him to throw the blue from the net, and that's a dangerous shot in and of itself, as we just saw Autonomous losing that rally there. But he had to do that. He had to get him off a juice, and the way to do that was with the front lob. He then had to sort of batten the hatches down and make sure he didn't concede off of the throw from the net. He didn't manage to do that, and that's where he went wrong, and Enrico capitalized. 42 points, plays 21 right now. And again, we find ourselves in a position where Enrico just needs to keep it simple. He's at risk here of running a really long rally that he does not need and ceding the big points, and that's it. Luckily for him, it's only ended up on 48. A couple more points in that rally, and that would have been curtains for him, even though he's on plus 40 points. Very similar tale. He needs to find a way to close the door on Autonomous once he gets those big advantages. And we saw Benjee managing to do it earlier in the games when he would more aggressively push the net and try and stuff block and try and just win scrappy little points, because he knew that losing them wouldn't have been a huge detriment to him because his opponent would have needed a lot of those to catch him up. And Enrico, however, is opening the door a lot of the times for Autonomous to build up these big rallies, and then it's anyone's game again. And the advantage that Enrico's built up is lost. Having said all that, Enrico does enough that time, and now he's going to bury this. There we go, undoubtedly, from the net with juice. Thank you very much. Wham bam, thank you, man. Enrico, 12 points up, and a setup in this game. Could be working his way back into this. Yeah, DLW, thank you for posting the Discord link and for encouraging people to find where they can take part in tournaments like these in the future. It's very hard to find players, especially as it's cross-platform, and I can't really communicate with players on the PlayStation 4. I don't know how to, you know. It's very difficult sometimes to reach these people, so appreciate any opportunity to get the word out, get people signed up onto the official Discord so that they can see the announcements when there's any tournaments coming up, things like that. It's really good to get people taking part. I know there's people out there that like to play in them, but reaching them is the hard part, and sometimes you feel like people are missing out, but they'd like to take part if they knew about it, and it's hard to reach them. So always good to sign up to that Discord and keep an eye on the tournaments tab. I wish that the devs would open up that front panel to stop being about up, up, down, down, and be about an event like this. When I lobbied for it before, I always wanted it to be Dr. Whistler's events that went on there, because I didn't want to be the guy that's like, put my events on there. But at this point, I don't care. Put my events on there. Put anyone's events on there. Just use the damn space to tell your player base that these tournaments exist and take place, because people like playing in them, and they can only play in them if they know about them. And a hidden away Discord, honestly, is not the best avenue for me to reach people. So, hey, thank you. Wow. An anonymous cheerer. Wow. How about that? 1,000 bits. Thank you very much. That's really, really kind. What a way to commemorate the final here. One set apiece now. Enrico needs to win this set. A set for Autonomous here would take him to 3 games won, and that is the best of the 5, finished, over and done with. So Enrico needs to keep this game alive and pull a game back. That's how he's going to do it. Brought to the net with juice. Very good. Very good. That's exactly what he needs to do. And Autonomous needs to avoid that position because he can't defend it effectively. Oh, the super battle. Back and forth. Enrico! Oh, no. Was that an ace? Oh, my. Well, I'm still taken aback. An anonymous cheerer. An anonymous cheerer. Easy for me to say. I feel like I'm talking Irish. An anonymous cheerer. With 1,000 bits. Holy crap. The 10 spot right there. Appreciate that. Very cool. It's a Christmas miracle. We've got some slides going on here, some blues. We've got 28-point rally. Oh, it's on 48. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Enrico cannot afford these big rallies. He can't. And now he needs one because the shoe's on the other foot. Whoa, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's going to get the point. He's not. Autonomous slides and gets it. Now he buries it. Now he gets the point. Now the game is on. Man, Enrico was in the chat earlier saying how the last game against Benjee took it out of him mentally and physically and was just an emotional roller coaster. This game, in the final, well, are we going to see a repeat? I tell you what, Enrico is going to need to lie down after this. After these 2 games he's played against Benjee and now Autonomous, that guy's earned a rest. Oh, he's pushing. He's pushing the net. That's where he scored the points. That's a great play. Excellent work from Enrico. Slide backwards from Enrico. So he's at the baseline. He needs to come forward. He does, but the wall skip catches him out. Autonomous on juice. Nothing Enrico can do about that. Autonomous with a couple of suspect throws there. A lot of ricochet. And, oh, but Enrico, look at the spin of rage. The spin of rage. He knew he had that, and he was trying to super off of it, but he was a step out. A mistake. That's cost him the points. Now he's going to try and get back in. Oh, he's on juice. He's doing good here. Autonomous is on a blue. That's not good. Enrico should bury this, but he's got to find the key to unlock the door that is Autonomous right now. And he's unable to do it. He's lost his own juice. And now this could go any which way. We've got a 21-point rally on our hands. And if it goes red, it's the set. It's gone red. Set 1 goes to Autonomous, and now Enrico's back is well and truly up against the wall. He needs 2 sets in a row to stay in this game to bring it up to 2 games each and level. Oh, it's a bonk! The Dictionary, yeah. Oh, I love the Dictionary, yeah. I was reading that this morning, actually, just to make sure I remembered everything was cool. Didn't have the spin of rage in there, though. I coined that phrase. That's my one. Oh, Enrico's in a great place, but he's thrown it in a predictable place, and Autonomous has picked it up and returned it and scored. Oh, Enrico. He could have gone anywhere else in the court and he would have scored, but Autonomous started moving into that position, expecting that throw, and he was right to do it. Lovely play, but caught by Autonomous. The reaction speed, unbelievable. Enrico should have got that point, but didn't, purely because of Autonomous's insane reaction. There's a point, though. And look at the score, 41. In this must-win game for Enrico, he trails 18, now 24 to 41. But he needs this. He needs... Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, I thought he'd given it away on a silly point. No, it's all... No. It's 48. It's 48. I stand correct. Oh, I'm sitting down, but you get the point. There we go. Enrico's still in this. Don't count him out. Oh, the weird bounce. And there we go, a pile driver from Enrico. Puts it into the opposite corner. Knuckleballs it into the corner. There you go, I've read my dictionary. And now it comes down to this. Can Enrico stay alive and force a third set here? He's got to score this point. He's got to score this point. He's in a position to do so. He does! Oh my word. I'm going to need to lie down, let alone poor old Enrico over there. He's going to... Oh, no. I thought he was going to... Oh, Autonomous losing the juice. That's so bad. But Enrico throws it right at him. He's going to let him build that back up again. He's going to give him a second bite of the cherry. No, he's done it. He's flipping. Oh, how did he get back into that rally? That's insane. I thought early in that rally we were going to see Enrico stuff block it over, but he didn't. And Autonomous didn't come forward for it, so he could have done. Oh, to be Enrico right now. 31 points down after a huge rally that he had every opportunity to win in this must-win set. He's fought so well, and now it's all unraveling. No! Oh, he's got it. Enrico forced to slide. Autonomous is on full juice. The writing's on the wall. It's 20-point rally. This is it. It's game over. GG. Hey, Teebs. Welcome. You've arrived just as the game has finished, and we've crowned our tournament champion. And it has ended appropriately on a jam. Ooh. Sorry about the ears. Whoa, that was loud. Well, best of 5 is settled with 3 wins to 1 in favor of Autonomous. But the story there was the fight back from Enrico. And really, that first game, it was so close. It could have been Enrico's first game. It was a lot closer than that scoreline gives it credit for. It was a hell of a fight. GG to both players.